In previous video, we have seen ISO 9000 series. What is the advantages, what are the limitations, and what is the procedure to obtain the ISO 9000 certificate or quality management system. Now, in this video, we are going to learn environmental management system EMS and how it is implemented or what are the standards available in this EMS. Actually, there is one course on Masters in Environmental Management. There are 2 years MBA course in this area, and this is the need of the time that manager or engineer should have knowledge about the company's function, which is seriously impacting on environment, and you have to reduce the waste of energy, emission, transport, and consumption of material, and that's why we all should take care of environment. For that purpose, some standards are given for organization, some standards are given for product and service, and it is all the international bodies have emphasizing on environment management, because in technological world there is relationship between environment, economy, and industry. All these are interrelated, and some experts says that this pollution or environment is damaged due to industry. Industry is responsible for these environmental situations. For that purpose, the solution must be in industries. For that purpose, you have to work there, you have to reduce waste, reduce energy use, emission, and then you have to manage there. Okay, so let us see first what is a environment management system. It is a structured framework for managing organizations' significant environmental impact. Means if any organization is or industry is impacting on environment, that is significantly reduced by structured framework by using this system. It includes the waste is reduced, the emission is reduced, the energy use is reduced, the transport and consumption of material is reduced by using this system. The next is the adopting EMS helps a company for. This will help a company to manage and improve environmental performance. It can comply with environmental laws and regulations, because many industry is having some regulations, that regulations must be followed. For example, sugar industry, they have to take a permission from the National Board of Pollution and Control or the local authorities, as well as dairy industry, textile industry. Many industries have to get certificate that they are compliant with environmental laws and regulation. It is achieved only when they have their environmental management system. Also, with the help of this, they generate financial saving through well-managed use of resources, and they can adapt to changing environment. And this is achieved by using this. You should first formulate the environment policy, then you have to plan how you are going to use this environment policy or implement in organization. After that, you have to implementation and operation of these policies, and again you have to check and take corrective actions, just like plan, do, act, cycle, continuous improvement. After that, again management has to review, then again formulate the environment policies, plan, implement, correct, and in this way you have to work. This is a general procedure for uh, continuous improvement of environment management system. Then there are some organizational evaluation standards. Whether the organization, industry, or company is using environmental management system, then there are three standards are given. First, environmental management system. There is specifications 1 to 4. There is general guidelines, and after that second is environmental auditing guidelines. It is given ISO 9011. Means what exactly auditor has to evaluate. The guidelines is providing what is its qualification and their responsibilities, their environment, all these things are given here, and environmental performance evaluations. All these organizational standards is divided in three major parts, and all the information, the guidelines, all are given in the standards for evaluation of organizations. The next is for evaluating whether the product or service is eco-friendly. At that time again three standards are given. First is environmental aspect in product standards. In short, it is called as EAPS. There are about 64 guidelines how to make a product eco-friendly. After that there is environment labeling. There 14.020 in which they are given basic principles. 21 they have given self declaration, and 24 there is third party, and 25 type 3 declarations. How to label environmental labeling, that aspects are given. These standards means suppose one if you purchase a simple product, there are many times it is written that it is eco-friendly, or sometimes they have given keep in a box, or they have clearly mentioned that what is expected from the third party, those who are using the product, what is expected, that how to dispose this particular product or the part uh, or the person. The guidelines are given, and it is mentioned in environment labeling. And third is life cycle assessment, means whether the product is how it has extracted from the raw material, it comes to industry during manufacturing, how much it pollutes to the environment. After that, to reach to the customer, there is loss to environment or emission while transportation. All these things are considered in life cycle assessment of product, so that there will be minimum damage to the environment. And what is the benefit of using these standards? First, it facilitates trades and remote trade barriers. It improves environmental performance of planet Earth. It builds consequence need for environment management and common technology for EMS. The implementation results in benefits of improved environment, regulatory compliance, conservation of materials and energy input, improvement in community relationship, that even the people will buy only those products which is eco-friendly. Okay, then next we go for Taguchi quality engineering. In our ta- quality gurus, we have seen this. What is Taguchi's contribution? We have already discussed in chapter 1, and then we have seen the quality loss function. The loss function is result due to customer dissatisfaction. We have already seen capital L, loss of overall quality, is equal to d square into c, deviation from the target value and into the constant we have seen, and there should be minimum quality loss is very much essential for survival and growth of the company in today's competitive international business environment. All these we have known, as well as we are aware about signal to noise ratio in, in our first chapter. We have seen this. It is the one of the contribution by Taguchi. We have seen, after that we have seen there is orthogonal arrays, in which the Fisher has developed the design of experiments by Taguchi's orthogonal array. We can minimize the experiment. With the same experiment, we conduct 8 trials using Taguchi's orthogonal array, and this will save times and efforts, accuracy and completeness as scarified. And just we will see what are the steps in Taguchi's analysis. The first step is you have to identify the problem and select the desired outcome. You have to select the desired control, scale, signal noise factor for a particular problem. You have to decide what are the internal factors, external factors involved in the problem, and select the appropriate range for it. For example, suppose we want a better surface finish, then what will be the factors? The factor is the speed, the depth of cut, the lubricant use, and you have to take a range, means how much speed you have to take. This 100 rpm, 150 rpm or 125 rpm. The depth of cut, that is 0.5, 0.1 or more precise, that you have to decide the levels, and after that you have to go for design for experiment, means which parameter you have to vary, which input factor you will vary, and what output you will get. That you have to perform or conduct the experiment. After that you have to perform the signal noise ratio. Here there are different signal noise ratio are there. If we require better surface finish, means there should be, the roughness should be minimum, therefore there is smaller the better. If we require cost should be minimum, then there larger, smaller is better. If we require better strength, better things, then larger is the better, and sometimes you require nominal is the better. You have to choose proper noise signal ratio. After that you have to identify the factors giving least variations, means what input you have taken, speed, feed, depth of cut, which is the most important thing, provides least variations, and you have to think over this, select each factor and maximize SN ratio. After that again confirm the experiments using the factor levels, determine, run an experiment, confirms the result, which is influencing more and which, how the level or factor should, the range you have to take, so that you will get the satisfactory results or expected quality things. Just vary the original expected reanalysis data, looking for the miss factors, repeat the process and result satisfactory, then analysis is complete. Here the Taguchi's experimental design concentrates primarily on factorial design experiments, and just we will once again we will see with the help of flowchart. It is expected that in exam you have to draw this flowchart, determine the quality characteristics to be optimized, noise factors, test conditions, after that control factors and alternate levels, DOE, then conduct experiment and analyze the data and predict the performance at 3 levels, means smaller the better, larger the better or nominal the better. You have to think in this way.